Hello student, myself Deepika Prajapati from Computer Department and welcome to all of you dear all student in our today's video lecture series. So dear all student, we have already seen about how to create a Windows Server bootable disk using three types. So first type for the creating Windows bootable disk is using command prompt. The second type for the creating Windows bootable disk is using a drive station, and third type is use the third party software for create Windows Server bootable disk. So we use third party software for creating Windows Server bootable disk is a very simple. So let's start how to create a Windows bootable disk using third party software. So if you want to create Windows bootable disk, then you have to follow using third party software like here download Rufus software. So whenever you want to create a Windows Server bootable disk using third party software, so first of all you have to follow this type of step for the creating a Windows Server bootable disk. So here the third party software is Rufus software. So download Rufus, then open rufus.exe file. Then when the software launch on the screen, plug in your USB flash drive. The USB flash drive is nothing but it is our pen drive. So when the software launch on the screen, plug in your pen drive as well as USB flash drive. Then find the option create a bootable USB drive. Then from the menu that follows, select an ISO image and click next and select the OS which you want to make disk USB, and then click start. It will make bootable disk USB. So let's start here installing Windows Server. So whenever you install the Windows Server, you have to follow these steps for the installing Windows Server. So press enter to boot from DVD. So whenever you press enter, then you all show this type of pop-up box on your screen. Press any key to boot from CD or DVD. Then second step, once booted from USB DVD drive, files will start loading. So whenever you press on enter key, then once booted from USB DVD drive, files will start loading. So whenever the files loading, here show this type of pop-up box on the screen. Next, installing Windows Server continue as a third step is take the defaults on the language screen and click next. So here this is our select language to install, then time and currency format and keyboard or input method. So here the time and currency format and keyboard or input method is by default, but you have to choose here the language to install and then click here next button. So take the default on language screen and click the next button. Then the second step is now click install on the installation screen. So the click install button, install now. So whenever you click install now, your Windows Server 2012 is installing started. Okay. Next, click the second line item for GUI, graphical user interface. The default install is now server core, and then click next button. So whenever installation process is completed, then you have to show this type of pop-up box on your screen, and then you click the second line item for the GUI. These types of Windows Server 2012 release candidate data center server with a GUI. Then default install is now server core, and here click next button. Okay. Then next, read the license agreement, turn on checkbox I accept the license terms, and then click next. So here one is read the license agreement, turn on the checkbox. So here one is our checkbox. Square button is like this is a checkbox. So click the checkbox and accept the license terms and then click next button. So this is our all the terms and condition for the license term. So you have to accept these and then click on next button. Okay, then next click the custom install windows only advanced. So here you have to click these types of button for the click custom, and this type of click custom we installed windows only as advanced. So click on this custom button, install windows only advanced, and then next the disk you are using should be listed. If you not will need it to load drive or select the disk you will be installing on, and if you do not want to change drive options, optional, click next. If you want to use dual boot using native boot to VHD, boot to VHD, see below. So here these types of pop-up screen show, and click drive options, then you can create custom partition. So this is a nothing but our making a drive partition like a local disk C, local disk D drive, E drive, F drive. So this partition is the drive option partition. Then you can create a custom partition. So this is our allocation partition for a drive, and then here you have to click a next button. So then next 10 number of stand for installing Windows Server continue as a add a drive using native boot to VHD. Shift F10 to open a command prompt window and find installation drive, directory C, direct D, direct E, etc. It's nothing but our drive C, drive D, drive E, etc. And disk part to open the disk partition utilities. So the first 4 lines below are all the same command and must run on the same line. Separated here to make it easier to read. Create a vdisk file, it's our location, this is our type, and then attach disk, and last one is a refresh. So these steps is nothing but contain as our drive like a C drive, D drive, E drive, and so depends on you, you have to create. So this is our drive optional creator. Then you click a refresh button and then click here next button. Next step is it will then start copying files. This will take a while, could be 20 minutes or so depending on a hardware performance. It will times automatically after the first reboot, a couple reboot, it will no longer be running off of the DVD. So whenever the copying file loading, this will take time either 20 minutes, otherwise it depends on our hardware performance. So here the finalizing your setting and installing Windows, these all topics contain correctly depends on our hardware performance, then it will times automatically after the reboot and make this running of the DVD files. Okay, next in the password box enter the new password for this computer. It must meet complexity requirements. Re-enter the password in the second password box and then click finish. So whenever you show this type of setting pop-up box on the screen, then you have to give the username as administrator, here the given a password. So enter a new password for this computer. So given this password is nothing but given for the computer and it must meet complexity requirement. So here the re-enter password in the second password box and then click finish button. Okay, then next press Ctrl Alt Delete at the same time to get the login screen. So you have to click at the same time Ctrl Alt Delete for the sign in, and next enter a password and press enter. So here give the password in a text box. So the desktop will be displayed and server manager will be opened automatically. So whenever you enter the password in a text box and click on the enter button, then the desktop will be displayed and server manager will be opened automatically like this. So this is open our desktop screen on our monitor screen. So whenever the enter the password, by any administrator otherwise authorized person, the desktop will be displayed automatically. Okay. Then next, this is our last step for the installing Windows Server. So pressing Windows key on the keyboard will bring up the start screen, formerly known as the start menu, and if you right click on a computer you will see new right click menu is on the bottom of screen instead of in the drop down box, and then you have to click select a property, then you show all the properties option from the menus. So this is our step about installing Windows Server. So once again revise this all step for the installing Windows Server. So here let's start once again how to install our Windows Server. Whenever Windows Server is installed, then we have to make a bootable Windows disk. So first step for the Windows Server is press enter button to boot from DVD. So whenever you press enter button to boot from DVD, you show this type of pop-up box on your screen. So once booted from USB DVD drive, file will start loading. So these types of file loading whenever the once booted start from USB as well as DVD disk drive. Okay. The third step is take the default on a language screen and then click next button. So here you have to select our language and time currency format, keyboard or input method, and then click on a next button. Then next, click install now on the install screen. So you have to click here install now button. So press the install now for the installation process. Then next, click the second line item for the GUI, graphical user interface. So the default install is the now server core, and then click next button. So whenever the installation process is completed, then you have to show this type of pop-up box on the screen, and then you have to click the second line item like this for the GUI, and the default install is now server core, then click next button. So here show this type of button, you have to click here the next button. Next, read the license agreement, turn on the checkbox and accept this all terms and condition for the license term, and then click the next button. So here you have to click first of all checkbox, I accept the license term, and then click next button. Click the custom install Windows only advanced. So here you have to click custom for the installation window only for the advanced. Then next, the disk you are using should be listed. Then here you have to create disk partition for the drive. So the click drive option, and then you can create a custom partition like this. So this is our drive partition. You want to create a more than one drive, depends on you, then you have to click drive option and you can create a custom partition. Okay, so here one is a drive partition, and then click a next button. Then next, optional, it is add a drive using a native boot to VHD, then shift F10 to open a command prompt Windows, find the installation drive like a drive C, drive D, drive E, etc. depends on you. And disk part, to open the disk partition utility, the first 4 lines below are all the same command and must run on the same line. So separated here to make it easier to reload and read. So create a vdisk file is nothing but our the location path of the file. Second one is our type, and then attach our disk and click on the refresh button and then next. It will start copying files. This will take a while, could be 20 minutes or depends on a hardware performance. It will times automatically, and after the first reboot, a couple reboot, it will no longer be running off the DVD. Okay, then next, in the password box for a setting for our PC, so here one is create a password for this computer. So in the password box, enter a new password for this computer. It must meet the complexity requirements Re-enter the password in the second password box and then click finish. Okay, so here one is given a password and this is for the confirmation of password. Re-enter. Okay, then next press Ctrl Alt Delete at the same time to get the login screen. It means that press Ctrl Alt Delete to sign in, and then next enter password and press enter. So the desktop will be displayed and server manager will be opened automatically. And like here, the pressing Windows key on the keyboard will bring up the start screen and formerly known as start menu. If you right click on the computer, you will see the new right click menu is on the bottom of screen instead of in the drop down box. Okay, and then if you want to know this property about menu as well as any folder, then select property. Okay, so dear all student, I hope you all easily understand about this creating installation about a Windows server and make a bootable disk. So continue this topic we will discuss in a next lecture. Okay, thank you.